The pandemic has slowed many businesses down, even car sales, but somehow Perodua manages to stay afloat and is doing extremely well. Perodua's most recent sales statistic shows it's number 1 in overall car sales, and it isn't really that hard to explain why. All of your new models are really good value for money. But what about the OG sales leader, the Icon, the Perodua Myvi? Now the Myvi isn't exactly a brand new car. It's been here for quite some time, though for 2020 it has the updated advanced safety assist and a new blue paint color. Let's get into the Myvi to see what's what, Malaysia's best-selling, beloved hatchback and of course, the fastest car in the universe. The Myvi starts at 42,000 ringgit for the cheapest model. This particular one, the AV, is the most expensive at 52,000 ringgit. The AV gives you all the bells and whistles Perodua can give, with the main feature being the updated ASA 2.0, which is also available on lower H models and as an option for the second lowest model. ASA 2.0 is a slightly updated version from the previous one with the same features, but the system can now react at a slightly higher speed, though you still should pay attention on the road when driving. A basic overview of some ASA features are first, pre-collision warning and braking, which will warn you and stop your car from crashing into cars or people, especially at lower speeds. Next, front departure assist will warn you if a car has driven off in front of you. Pedal miss operation on the other hand will stop the car from moving forward in case something is close to it. The Myvi is the cheapest car on sale with a safety system and is available on other Perodua models too. In addition to that, the AV comes with 6 airbags, stability control and hill start assist. The AV is also the only Perodua to feature the Multimedia System with navigation, along with that a built-in reverse camera. More on that later. The top model Myvi comes with a 1.5-litre engine making 76 kilowatts, mated to a 4-speed automatic transmission. The drivetrain is probably the oldest part of the car. Despite the rather old-fashioned transmission, the Myvi is an EEV with a stop-start feature called Eco Idle, and it gets pretty good fuel economy. The AV also gets you 15-inch wheels with discs in front and drums at the back, which is adequate for the car. Now don't expect the interior to be anything great. Perodua's focus on simplicity makes sure everything can be done at low cost. The interior is made up of basic plastic materials that are very hard on the lower parts but get softer on top. You do get this colored panel on the door panel and more chrome on the higher trim models. Over on the right is all of your controls and switches for your mirrors, lights, eco idle and safety features. Another main highlight of this car is the Tng Card Reader. It's easy to slot in your card and you don't ever need a stick-on card reader on the windshield anymore. The top trim AV gets the full multi-function steering wheel with media controls on the left and Bluetooth phone answer button on the right. The steering wheel is also leather wrapped. The analog gauge cluster is designed with a lot of blue, hence more reason for you to get the blue colored car. It offers basic information, things that you need to know such as your fuel, odometer, trip meter and average fuel consumption. It would have been nice to have a temperature gauge, but the hot and cold lights do just fine. Overall, the design is clear and easy to read. The top and bottom also host all of your lights including the safety features that can be switched off. The lock and unlock button and front parking sensors are fitted in the middle, along with your AC. Under that is some storage and power outlets. There's also a small space to put things between the gear lever and handbrake. The car doesn't have an armrest, so you can get them in any aftermarket shop. The AV gets leather seats trimmed in red stitching with the passenger seat having a secure hook for your handbag. The glove box is big to hold more than just one wallet, and overall space is quite plentiful in front. There's even space to store water bottles in the doors. On top of the rearview mirror is the ASA system, common on many cars with sensors and systems like this. Open the rear doors and you see this gear up trim, an optional extra. More on that later. Into the surprisingly large rear space, rear passengers also get the same goldish colored door panel trim and chrome door handles like in the front. Rear legroom is very spacious. The seat in front is adjusted to my height and I still have lots of legroom and headspace to move around comfortably. 3 adults can easily sit at the back. Fixing a baby seat or even 2 makes it a lot easier. There's no need to adjust the front seats much, and the wide opening rear door gives an easy access to move the child seat into place. Other than that, the rear has 2 cup holders on the center and hooks on each seat with a maximum load of 3 kg each. Bigger bottles can be stored at the back, and for better visibility and cabin lighting, there are quarter panel windows for you to look out of. Like I mentioned, you can install child seats using the ISOFIX feature marked on, and the same leather material and pattern is also used for the back seats. Opening the boot, we see yet another gear up accessory and the 277 liters of space with the seats unfolded. The rear seat itself is quite unique. It's adjustable by using this latch at the back. You can either have the seat in a normal slanted position or sit straight up if you have any right angle objects you want to put in the boot. Being a 60-40 split, it can be done individually too. With the seats folded, you can get even more space and a flat pass-through. Under the carpet is a full-size spare. Moving to the multimedia system, which is only available on the AV, also with that reverse camera, features basic things you'd expect, but in touchscreen form. You do have to get used to touching it and getting it to respond right, but once you get used to it, it works fine and is relatively easy to navigate through. Though if you're not keen on it, the very similar H model does have a normal button radio with USB and Bluetooth too, though you will be losing that reverse camera. There's also a smart link only for Android phones that mirrors your phone's apps into the car screen in case you're more comfortable with using apps like Waze. The navigation is easily accessible with a button on the left, which brings you to the map. Tap on the search button on top will bring you to the keyboard, or you can type in your address. It works fairly well and can predict places. After selecting the place you want to go, simply confirm and the navigation will load the map. You can cancel the route anytime too. There's also a point of interest list where I believe will narrow down the search better for certain types of places you want to go. This also works the same way by inputting the address, though a list of nearby places would be a lot easier. You can also choose to simulate the journey and have a more detailed information of the chosen route, and of course save the route for easy access. There are also options for the GPS to suit whatever info you need displayed. One interesting part of this is the language selection. You can opt it in Tamil, which is really quite rare these days. Hats on to Perodua for that.
முன்னால் 200 மீட்டர்கள் இடதுபுறம் திரும்பவும்.
Tak sekali tak payah buat lah. Biasanya reverse camera dia dia clear juga. Okey. Dan ASA sekarang dia aktif tak?
ASA sekarang ni aktif.
Jadi kalau saya cuba nak langgar kereta tu,
rasanya tak aktif. Kalau
tak
ni
aktif.
display kan dia tak aktif. Dia matikan.
yang A ni apa?
Yang A tu dia akan menggunakan kuasa bateri.
Bateri.
Dia akan menggunakan kuasa bateri untuk kereta tu. Bila kita tekan pedal minyak, pedal brake, waktu contohlah kan traffic light merah kan, ataupun awak ni je tengah jalan-jalan ni kan, sekarang tengah awak jalan-jalan tengah tekan pedal minyak, Tiba-tiba awak berhenti kat sentry ni, awak tekan brake je. Brake biasa macam kita berhenti nak tukar bateri. Contoh awak buka. Contoh awak brake. Brake je. Okay, brake.
Okay.
Steering tu awak jangan gerak. Static macam tu je. Okay dah
Oh, start stop lah yang ni.
Start.
Oh, okay. Okay, idle stop. Ni dia akan tunjuk masa berapa lama kita idle stop.
Kalau tak suka boleh off kan je.
Ada feature. Ni idle off. Oh, okay. Cepat juga dia punya start stop features.
Tapi ada customer macam terkejut. Tapi mungkin lepas dia dah guna sebulan,
dia dah biasa lah.
Okey kadang-kadang dia macam ni lah, macam makan orang dah ni kan.
Oh, okay. Oh, dia ada benda ni juga. Bila tap sekali dia apa
dia?
kelip 3 kali signal. Yang tu bagus. Selalunya kita Eropah yang selalu buat benda macam tu. Jadi bagus sebab setengah kereta dia tak buat ni, senang nak tukar lane kan. Tekan display.
Dengan harga dia, dengan features yang kita bagi,
harga dia 40 lebih.
Untuk kalau yang advance 54,000.
Okey lah untuk apa yang dapat kan.
54,300 lah. Kalau yang model bawah dia itu 52,000. Dia tak ada leather seat, dia tak ada reverse camera, itu sajalah.
Macam ni sini.
Keluar kita pergi meja head.
Dia masih tak biasa lagi dengan
Alah boleh off kan dia. Kan?
Okey dah. Bukan tak elok, cuma pelik sikit lah. Kalau tak biasa, yang betul-betul tak biasa memang pelik. Macam auto handbrake, auto brake semua tu. Itulah kereta semua sekarang makin maju. Jadi tak boleh buat apa lah.
Ni tak boleh parking sendirilah.
Itu. Mungkin kereta kecil kan.
Kereta kecil kan. Takkan nak parking pun.
Takkan nak parking tak kerti.
Kan.
Sebab kereta ni features orang beli juga.
Betul.
Sebab value for money.
Betul. Betul spare part dia. Maintenance dia.
Sebab tu Perodua has been the king. Lama. Memang kereta paling best selling kat Malaysia.
Betul. Kutuk lah macam mana.
Kutuk lah macam mana. Orang beli juga.
Raja highway lah, apalah. Orang tetap beli juga.
Macam kalau kawan saya, dia tanya.
Gaji kita 2,000. Installment ni 500. Worth it lah. Jangan kita berangan gaji 2,000 nak installment 800. Memang nampak 300 beza je. Nampak dia
itu memang kalau parents lah suffer ni. Macam kawan-kawan saya yang tanya nak beli kereta baru lah ni. Benda tapi saya cakap sama ada awak beli Myvi atau Axia.
Ya betul.
Itu je.
Betul.
Sebab apa lagi untuk student atau orang yang baru start kerja, fresh graduate yang
baru kerja,
yang jenis tak berapa minat kereta kan. Macam jenis yang nak kereta yang senang jaga.
Betul. Fikir long term.
Long term. Dan yelah dia ada sebab kereta ni plastik semua ni kan. Sebab dia murah. Dan bukan nak kata kereta yang dia based on Daihatsu semua, Toyota semua bukan kualiti pun gila-gila juga. Sama betul, juga plastik juga. Benda yang sama plastik juga. Kereta yang simple, basic dan senang bawa. Tinggi senang boleh nampak. Saya pun dah lama tak bawa hatchback. Dulu saya ada hatchback. Lepas tu saya terpaksa jual sebab kereta baru. Dan best lah buat hatchback sebab kita saya ada belakang ada boot space. Tapi banyak juga space. Dia hatchback yang besar jugalah, kira hatchback yang agak besar. Macam Axia tu mungkin kecil sikit.
Dia ada kecil sikit.
Tapi so far okey, selesa, radio okey, touchscreen okey dan dia dekat. Betul saya suka dia dekat. Macam setengah kereta dia atas sangat atau dia pelik sikit, macam susah nak sampai. Yang okey, volume 12 ini semua ada GPS.
Just nice lah, apa benda untuk kegunaan orang kan?
Dan yang ni pun boleh cucuk phone
boleh?
Untuk
boleh smart link kita.
Smart link.
Smart link.
Yang tu macam mana? Dia just cucuk USB ke atau Bluetooth?
Kita Bluetooth kan dia.
Pen. Lepas tu automatic boleh.
Automatic kita boleh.
Dia ada app dia?
Ada. Tak ada. Dekat sini memang
okey.
Kita Bluetooth kan dia 0000 nanti. Kemudian nanti dia ni GPS lah. Dia memang pair lah dengan handphone kita. Tapi kalau Myvi ni dia hanya untuk Android je. Kalau untuk iPhone memang kena pasang bypass lah.
Okay. Tapi okey lah, majoriti pun pakai
Android kan.
Pakai Android. Okey. Dia pick up pun kereta macam ni kan, macam orang pun tak expect juga pick up sebab dia kereta kecil kan.
Tapi pick up dia ni lebih kurang berbanding dengan Myvi lama. Kan, so Myvi lama 1 liter equal to 18 kilometers. Dia ni 20.1 kilometers. Sebab dia di eco tu, yang eco mode tu, daun tu.
Daun.
Ni bukan kereta untuk racing
Bukan.
Bukan.
Betul lah, yang peliknya selalunya Myvi lama yang banyak masuk berita kan. Yang ni jarang.
Ni jarang.
Sebab ni orang dah
memang dah tahu sebab dia eco mode.
Dah matang dah.
Dah matang betul.
Yang
Myvi lama tu memang orang
budak-budak.
Pergilah buat pasu lah.
Sebab yang ni pun produk yang first yang design in-house kan. Produk yang buat dulu baru Toyota dan Daihatsu ambil body dia dan buat dia orang punya.
Ni yang first.
Ni pun ada call feature Bluetooth telefon semua. Memang kereta yang perfect untuk fresh grad atau orang yang baru kerja.
Betul.
Yang tak nak hassle apa-apa kan. Tak nak ni.
Semua ada. Dah komplit. Ada 6 airbags. Yang ni pun ada kan. Selalu kereta-kereta yang harga 100,000 baru ada kan. ESA yang boleh nampak captured tu. Rasanya harga dia dah murah lah bagi saya. Berbanding dengan Myvi lama.
Kalau nak lagi murah ambil Axia.
Betul.
Senang. Kalau tak betul-betul nak lagi sebab Axia pun ada juga ASA semua ada lah macam tiga benda yang kurang sikit kan. Tapi yelah, kalau nak lagi murah ambil Axia.
Axia pun sama juga ni ASA 2.0.
Pun ada space kat sini. Ada sini pun ada sini. Mana besar juga sini. Banyak sini.
Ini dia orang selalu pasang saya sudah pasang armrest.
Armrest yang banyak aftermarket punya ni.
Shopee, Lazada.
Atasnya lembut. Lembut sikit. Steering masih suka steering dia. Nice, pegang sedap.
Now for the verdict. It's a simple, good car for people who just want something relatively cheap, easy to drive and maintain. It's also still very good looking despite being a couple of years old, especially this body kitted version with the bigger wheels. The Myvi has been Malaysia's best-selling car for years and it is because of that formula. Plus, with the gear up options and packages, you can customize the car to your liking from the factory, just like an old Mustang. And some of these gear up options are actually quite good. While most of it are chrome bits and pieces to improve the exterior looks, the sound insulation and vibration control options are probably the best ones to get. The car does need a bit more of that because it does get a bit loud when driving. Overall, it is a good car for people who are just beginning to commit into purchasing a car, though I would recommend the H or the X as the one to really get, despite losing the reverse camera. If you want a cheaper car, you can always get the Axia, which has almost the same features as the Myvi. The Perodua Myvi is still the OG icon of the modern Malaysian automotive world, and we hope that it stays that way for quite some time. Thanks for watching. See you next time.